Starting that trip to Virginia with a pit stop in Indiana. We're in Ohio at the Hopewell National Historic Park near Chillicothe. This is a place where Indians from 2,000 years ago made these mounds.
Mound City contains a greater concentration of mounds must have inspired awe then as they do now.
Different sections of Ohio, but most of them have been plowed. These squares are in many of the different sites. They're all the same size, and then they have circles that the squares fit exactly into the circles, and then they have small circles, and some have octagons. World War I, they established Camp Sherman here, but a lot of the mounds were destroyed in the area to make room for a training area for troops in World War I. Layers of clay and sand and gravel on the top. They think it could have taken decades or hundreds of years, or centuries even. This large ridge wall surrounds this entire mound city. Was the site of many cremations, ceremonies, and grave sites. The ones in green are the ones that they have preserved. 6 of them. We're in West Virginia, in Charleston, at the state capitol, and this is a memorial to the West Virginia soldiers killed in World War I, Korea, Vietnam, World War II. This is the West Virginia State Capitol. Here's a better view of the dome gleaming gold, because from the roadway it is bright gold. You don't see any of that blue. This is a pretty building with marble halls under the big golden dome. Possum Creek Retreat, same place we stayed at last year. Charming place. Hot tub in the woods. We're at the new River Gorge looking out from the visitor center. When you go over that bridge, it doesn't seem special at all. Can't see any of it.
It's the longest single span, meaning support underneath only, no overhead support, in the Western Hemisphere. 1974.
1974.
Completed in 77.
We're at the Stone Cliff Trailhead. Walking along the New River. Here's a nice view of the New River. We think that that has something to do with the coal extraction process. Pretty nice carpeting of leaves here. There's a train going by full of coal. Coal car after coal car.
We're at the New River Gorge, getting ready to have lunch right next to the New River. All the leaves are changing. And a beautiful hike. And a beautiful day. New River Gorge, West Virginia.
Subway sandwich. Yay!
Yay! This is the view from our deck that's screened in. Great panorama, best time of year. And our place is in here. It's cute, charming. Just chilling. We're out in our hot tub. Changes colors. Looks really cool.
That's our fireplace. It's not real wood, but it's still nice.
The drive out from Opossum Creek Retreat. How could you not want to come back? Thank you, Opossum Creek Retreat.
Gorgeous drive. We're at Head House Trail in New River Gorge. Going to see a mine entrance, and we're encountering these very large rocks. Lots of cliff wall here, all across there. And lots of nice colors. The reds are popping. We're at the treetop level almost, some places, because it's so steep. We are here at a mine entrance with the head house, and the conveyor belt goes all the way down to the New River. We're at Nuttalburg mine, and this was a drift mine, meaning that the entrance was at the same level as the coal. It wasn't a very thick layer of coal, but it was high quality. So this was in action for about 75 years, late 1800s to mid 1900s. This was the electricity house. We're going to the mine entrance, and the head house is where the coal cars were weighed and dumped, and the coal was transferred to the conveyor. Conveyor goes all the way down to the bottom of the gorge. Well, I don't think I've ever been this close to a mine entrance. So they're saying they want the animals to be able to go in, particularly the bats. The bats are disappearing very quickly because of white nose disease, which makes them wake up too much during hibernation. This is the conveyor belt entrance, or the head house. The coal car came out of the mine and was weighed and dumped into the conveyor belt. Through the trees, you can see the conveyor belt.
This is the big conveyor belt power cog. There's a conveyor belt that you can't see down below.
It's a
up above is the
huge
duct
wheel.
belt.
There's the wheel that powered the conveyor belt. Wood funnel dumped coal into the conveyor belt from up there where the coal cars were. It's really cool imagining the people going in and out of there to start their work day. It was hard work. We might come back and go down to the coke ovens, but you can see how like they had segregated white church, white school, black church, black school. Wow, the reds and oranges are really popping today. It's a few chilly nights, maybe that's what made them come out. And just past this outcropping is this huge cliff. That's not enhanced. That is not enhanced. It's pretty. Very beautiful. This is a field of massive boulders. Mark standing there really helps with the scale of this vertical cliff. Very vertical. Drive is Route 60 from Fayetteville to Lewisburg. We've seen a lot of these in West Virginia. Going to Biscuit World. Biscuit. Eggs and sausage and apples. And I think that's gravy.
That's gravy.
We're at a corn maze. Never done one of these before. Well, I'm lost. Good thing Emily is guiding me.
Waiting at the exit for us. I feel like we've been here.
Yeah, we just looped around.
I think that's going to happen a lot.
we went left that way. Now we got to go right.
Let's hope we're not saying that 2 hours from now.
Yeah. Oh, is it there that we need?
No, because that's the loop.
That's the way we just did it. Okay. So that's it now.
We got no freaking clue.
This is the Manassas Civil War Battlefield Visitor Center. This shows how many people were killed in Civil War as opposed to all the other wars.
Thinly stretched lines, forcing them to retreat.
This is part of the battlefield. 2 Civil War battles of Bull Run here in Manassas. We're at the National Aviary.
That's really about it. Otherwise, they're solitary.
Decaf?
Some kind of spoonbill. Duck with blue bill.
These animals do not eat pollen.
This is the rainforest. We're in Canton, Ohio. This is the William McKinley Monument. This is inside the tomb. This is looking out on the park and the Presidential Library. William McKinley was born in Ohio in 1943. He was in the Civil War, Union soldier. He was the 25th president in 1896, and he was assassinated shortly after being elected to a second term. Things that happened during his one term was the Boxer Rebellion in China and the Spanish-American War. It's interesting how those strings come out of the piano. This is an old clock from a tower. This is a telegraph machine. In 1852, the train came to Canton. Trains rapidly replaced the canal system. This is the McKinley Gallery. The Spanish-American War was about basically Cuba trying to get independence from Spain, and somebody sunk USS Maine ship in Havana Harbor, which brought the U.S. into the war. This little section looks like a typical street in the time of William McKinley, which would be the late 1800s. Carriage house. General store. Tobacco house, blacksmith shop, doctor's office, cabinet shop, dentist, printing press. Here's the blacksmith. This is the Canton train station, Canton Railroad. There's the roundhouse. Here's the smoke shop. It's a horse-drawn fire engine with a tank for water to be pumped out. Here's the saloon. Play a piano. Here's the barber shop. Toy shop.
Most respected and well-educated.
It's a lawyer's shop. This is a hotel room. That's a chamber pot. That is a foot warmer, I believe. Put under the covers. This is really nice. Okay, now he's engaged the ball bearings.
Power steering.
And it's a very smooth ride. The powerful suction of the Hoover will give you a lift. Well, Canton is a pretty old town. It's very pretty driving through it with ornate buildings. It was a canal town, a railroad town. It is the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame because the NFL was started here with the Canton football team. Continuing our class act across the country, a bucket of chicken by Lake Michigan to see the sunset.